Right boys, welcome to the 30th video on my channel. So we've gone over League 2 and League 1 wage bills for this season, and if you thought there was a big difference between those two, wait till you see the Championship wage bills. The EFL Championship is one of the toughest leagues in the world, but success doesn't come cheap. Every season, clubs spend millions trying to win promotion to the Premier League, and today we're breaking down which teams spend the most on wages. Does the highest spend always mean promotion, and which teams are getting the best value for money? Let's get into it. At number 24, we've got Charlton Athletic with an annual wage bill of £9,103,000. It's safe to say the Addicts have brought a League 1 wage bill with them to the second tier, and it wouldn't even be top 3 in League 1. Summer signing Thomas Kaminski tops the wage bill and receipt of almost a ninth of the overall sum, reportedly earning over $1 million a year between the sticks. Based on a squad size of 26 though, their average play makes just under £7,300 a week. At number 23, we've got Pompey. Portsmouth also pop up in the Championship wage table as the only other team to spend less than $10 million annually on player reimbursements. Their annual wage bill of £9,568,000 is topped by the new acquisition of John Swift, with a significant wage outlays for loanies such as Connor Chaplin and Min Hyuk Yang. Please don't slander me for the pronunciation. Based on a large squad of 31 though, their average player makes £6,430 a week. At number 22, we've got Sheffield Wednesday. It's to no one's surprise that the Owls fall low on the wage bill table, given their extensive issues meeting payroll obligations this year. Wednesday have seen almost a £6 million reduction in their 24-25 spendings, with their estimated payroll this season amounting to £11,515,000. And based on a squad size of 25, the average player makes just shy of £9,600 per week. Now at number 21, we've got Swansea City with an annual wage bill of £12,380,000. It looks like it's going to be another low-end mid-table finish for Swansea this season, and the wage bill is pretty much reflective of that. They have got a pretty small squad of 25, and their average player makes £10,300 per week. At number 20, we've got Coventry City, and probably the best return on investment this season. The Sky Blues currently sit 5 points clear at the top of the table in the Championship this season, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they ran away with it. I don't need to go into detail as to how good of a job Frank Lampard has done, and the fact they've got some amazing players despite having the 20th lowest wage bill is insane. Unlike many other Championship sides of one or two standout earners, Coventry have distributed the wages fairly evenly across the squad, and could that be the secret behind why everyone's playing so well for them? With that being said though, their annual wage bill comes in at £12,948,000, and their average play makes £11,700 per week. At number 19, we've got Blackburn Rovers with an annual wage bill of £30,106,000. Todd Cantwell is reportedly earning the lion's share at £1.56 million per year. For a club with Blackburn's history and fan base, this lean payroll tells the story of their notoriously tight-fisted ownership, as the Venkies continue to run things on shoestrings despite supporter frustrations. Based on a squad size of 26, their average player makes £10,486 per week. At number 18, we've got Preston North End. Lancashire neighbours Preston are the Championship's next biggest spenders, with an estimated wage bill of £30,322,000. It reflects the modest approach, but given the Lily Whites' great start to the 25-26 season, it shows smart recruitment and good management can outperform the chequebook. They have got a relatively big squad of 30 though, so their average player makes £9,252 a week. At number 17, we've got QPR with an annual wage bill of £13.5 million. Still managing to field a competitive side on what has become a modest budget by Championship standards. But in terms of club size, they'd be around this position anyway, so I think the wage budget's reflected of that. Based on a squad size of 29, their average player makes £9,700 per week, just below the average weekly salary in West London. I'm joking, but probably not far off. At number 16, we've got Bristol City. The Robins' estimated annual wage bill of £30,648,000 puts them firmly in the Championship's middle income bracket, yet they're another side that's showing that wages don't tell the whole story. City have punched well above their financial weight in recent seasons, turning prudent spending into results on the pitch. Their average player makes just over £9,800 per week. At number 15, and to some surprise because I thought they'd be even lower, we've got Oxford United. After successfully staying up last season, the U's have backed the survival with an estimated £13,751,000 wage bill that shows some serious ambition. Rangers loanee Ben Davis tops their individual earners chart, reportedly taking home just over $1 million per season. Based on a squad size of 29, their average player makes £9,879 per week. At number 14, and with an annual wage bill of £14,398,000, we've got Derby County. After their high-profile financial meltdown, Derby put up an estimated £14.398 million payroll, which suggests lessons have been learned. The Rams are rebuilding responsibly, though fans will hope this budget grows as they restabilise themselves as a second-tier side. Based on a squad size of 27, their average player takes home just over £11,000 per week. At number 13, we've got Millwall, an average wage bill of £40,666,000. Consistent, reliable, and despite a flash chance of playoffs last season, they're seemingly doing exactly what the budget suggests they should. Based on a large squad of 32 though, their average player makes £9,548 a week. On number 12, we've got Stoke City with an annual wage bill of £17,836,000. Stoke's estimated wage bill marks them as a genuine promotion contenders on paper, and they're starting to back it up on the pitch. The Potters are investing like a club which wants out of the division, and their strong start suggests suspending is translating into the kind of results that could see them challenging for promotion. Based on a squad size of 26, their average player makes just below £14,300 a week. At number 11, we've got Wrexham, where people are expecting them to be higher or lower. Wrexham's annual wage bill this season comes in at £18,187,000, which is an extraordinary payroll for a club that was in the National League just a few seasons ago. The Red Dragons are finding the Championship a tougher nut to crack than League 1 and League 2, but Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney are backing their ambitions with serious investment. Based on a large squad of 33 though, their average player makes £11,481 a week. At number 10, we've got Birmingham City. The Blues are spending an estimated £18.85 million on their squad this season, a figure that reflects the new American owner's ambition to climb back up the pyramid. Summer statement Kyogo Furuhashi takes home the biggest chunk of that outlay, earning an estimated £1.82 million per turnout for the Blues. Based on a squad size of 26, their average player takes home £15,000 a week. On number 9, we've got Watford. The Hornets' estimated wage bill keeps them competitive in theory, though often they struggle to find the rhythm. Watford know what it takes to get out of this league. They've yo-yoed enough times, but recent seasons show they're finding it easier to climb the wage table than the Championship table. Their estimated wage bill this season comes in at £19,464,000, and based on a squad size of 28, their average player makes £14,000 a week. At number 8, we've got Middlesbrough with an annual wage bill of £19,680,000. Borough have invested large sums of money in their pursuit of top-flight football, and they've started the season like genuine contenders. Newcastle United loanee Matt Targett significantly out-earns his peers, taking home an estimated £3.12 million annually, almost double that of the next best earner Luke Ayling, and based on a squad size of 26, their average player makes just shy of £15,600 per week. Now at number 7, we've got Hull City. Comfortably into the 20 million club, the Tigers spend an estimated £20.628 million annually on their player payroll. Hull's Turkish ownership has shown that they're willing to back the team financially, and it's safe to say Hull are in a decent position at this time in the season. Based on a squad size of 28, their average player makes £15,300 per week. At number 6, we've got West Brom. The Baggies are spending massive sums of money on wages, befitting a club that considers itself too big for the Championship. It's a payroll built on the muscle memory of Premier League status, and ex-top flight boys Nat Phillips and Chris Mepham top the West Brom chart. The wage bill this season comes in at £21,008,000, and based on quite a small squad size of 22, their average player makes just shy of £20,000 per week. Coming in at number 5, we've got Norwich City. Norwich are operating on an estimated £22,802,000 annual wage bill. The Canaries have mastered the art of Championship dominance in previous seasons, but seem cursed to struggle in the Premier League and more recently trying to get there. They are at least spending like a club that refuses to settle for life in the second tier. Based on a squad size of 31, their average player makes £15,300 per week. At number 4, we've got Sheffield United. United are working with a whopping £27,300,000 estimated payroll, money that should be buying automatic promotion rather than working in the bottom half of the table. This is parachute payment territory being spectacularly wasted, and the Blades' nightmare start has turned them into the Championship's biggest underachievers so far. With a squad size of 35, the Blades have the largest squad in the league this season, and their average player takes home £16,250 per week. Now at number 3, we've got Ipswich Town. Ipswich's estimated £28,678,000 wage bill is a remarkable statement from a club that was in League 1 just a few seasons ago. They've turbocharged their rise with McKenna Ball and serious financial backing, keeping much of their promoted squad together with Premier League wages. It's a solid blueprint for how to handle parachute payments, invest in continuity rather than panic. It's safe to say Ipswich Town are in a very, very good position, and based on a squad size of 27, their average player takes home £22,000 a week. At number 2, we've got Southampton. The Saints are operating with an estimated £38,142,000 payroll that dwarfs most of the division. This is the double-edged sword of parachute payments. Keep your Premier League squad and you should walk in the Championship, but the pressure and financial cliff edge is immense. The Saints are gambling that their top-tier talent will shine in the Championship before those wages become unsustainable. Going off a 28-man squad, their average player takes home £28,380 a week. Now to cap off this list at number 1, we've got Leicester City. The Foxes top the Championship wage table with an eye-watering £42,926,000 estimated annual bill. It's nearly £4 million more than the nearest rivals and more than the bottom 4 clubs combined. With 14 Leicester players earning over £1 million annually, it points to a squad that should be too good for this level. Based on a squad size of 27, their average player takes home £33,000 a week. But anyway, yeah boys, and when the video there, do hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what sorts of videos you want to see next. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, see you in the next one. Oh yeah, and happy Christmas and New Year.